Hey guys, welcome back to the Forever Project, and if you're new, welcome to the Forever Project. On this channel we focus on changing our lives one habit at a time. Please do like and subscribe. On today's video I have a special guest, my also awesome husband. Since it's the month of love, I thought let me just do something different, you know. So I'm gonna ask my husband a couple of questions. And let's see if he knows me. And yeah, so babe, where are these questions from? Oh my god,
I'm the nameless husband.
oh sorry. The nameless husband is Msizi Ndlovu, okay. Oh my word. Okay. You can't see the questions.
Okay, sorry. Serious.
Question 1. When is my birthday?
It's in June, the 22nd of June.
Okay, name 2 of my talents.
She can sing.
I sing like Beyonce.
Okay, she can sing decently.
You're not. I'm joking. Decently. Wow.
I'm joking. She can sing. Though you have accused me of not appreciating your talents many a times, I do acknowledge she can sing. And she can, cook up a good dish every now and again.
Okay, who is your first celebrity crush?
Gabrielle Union.
I don't know, should I also answer the questions? Vice versa, let's see.
I don't know.
What's something that always cheers me up when I'm sad?
Has to be me. I'm joking. After a great introduction, people will think I'm conceited. I think the kids, they brighten up your day. They certainly brighten up my day. So yeah, it's a beautiful daughter.
The kids, yeah, but I think the kids are like
A given.
at the bottom. No, hear me out.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, like you see, there'll be like the top 3 or top 4 things that cheer me up when I'm sad. They're probably like number 3 or number 4.
Okay.
Not in a bad way, but food cheers me up. A glass of wine cheers me up. And just being out of like the space where I'm sad. So, you know, going on a date or whatever, or just lunch cheers me up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You learn something new every day, hey?
Yeah. I think it's just indirectly telling me this, which is actually the whole objective of this video.
Yeah, you can never say you know somebody well enough. You're constantly learning.
Subtweet of a lifetime. Okay.
Anything special happened when we first met?
Yo, that's a long time ago.
It's my dad. Back in 1984.
No. If you get pregnant again, it's still a teenage pregnancy. I'm joking. It still feels like it. Our zips hooked on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when I tried to go hug you.
I didn't like this guy when I first met him. I thought he was conceited and, you know, I just thought he was full of himself, and I tried to avoid him the whole day because we're in a group of friends. Like, I think there's over 12 of us there. And when it was time to go home,
I'm sorry.
everybody was like hugging and whatever, and I tried my best to ignore him and like not say bye to him, but I guess Uputi was already waiting for me, so he waited for me and then was like, oh, you're not gonna say bye to me, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we hugged, right? And then the zips just like a magnet, then he just got stuck, and we're standing there trying to take off the zips. Then this guy says, you see, we're meant to be. Here we are. How many years later? Okay.
The word of God came to me, guys.
Oh my word. Okay. Anything, no, that's question number 6. What did we do for our first date?
Testing my memory.
Yeah, and
I think 50 Durban Road was still a thing back then. So we went on a movie date, played pool, which I don't know who won.
I think
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think that was the first thing.
yeah.
You should have warned me with these questions.
I have a backstory of that first date. Right. So my mom was in town. My mom was very strict. She always had this thing of, you'll do whatever you want to do after high school, but as long as you live under my roof, you're gonna listen to my rules, okay? Okay. So I grew up in Joburg, right? And I was in Maritzburg during the holidays. So my mom was there.
Yeah, I paid.
Was you good? Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, so my mom was there with her friend. I don't know if they went to a wedding or but they had an event that they were attending. So they came over to my grand's house. So my grand lived in another house, like in a different township. And I knew that I was risking with my life going out that day because my mom was around, right? So I was like, you know what? Like anything for Indoda. So I went on this date and I thought I came back home on time, but I got there, my mom was there and she was there with her friend, right? And my mom gave me a whipping of a lifetime. Like there was a point where I couldn't even breathe. My cousin called my gran's like, "Where granny? Come help." Whatever. My gran. Then my gran, I don't know if she called somebody in the neighborhood. They came over and my gran was on the phone going off at my mom and she's like, yeah, you have your devil friend that's there condoning you beating up my grandchild. I want you out of my house when I get there.
So much exposure.
No, I want you guys to get the depth of the story.
Okay.
So my gran kicked my mom out of the house. My mom left for Joburg and she was like, you better behave yourself, right? So I was beaten black and blue. The next day, because my mom was angry at me, my gran's angry at her, I was like, okay, I can go out and I can get away with it because, yeah. So I went out to this guy and I told him what happened. I couldn't even walk properly. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. And then I think the next day he sent me this long ass text on Mix It. He's like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Like you broke up with me. So you can imagine, I'm heartbroken. I'm beaten. Like I was beaten to a pulp. And this guy saw me and he still broke up with me. Yeah, man.
You didn't tell me the story.
I did.
You should have sold it better. I'm joking.
Okay. What 3 things do I like most about you?
I'm joking. You despise me.
I will.
No, you really should have prepped me with these questions. Yeah. Okay. You say I'm smart.
Yes.
Every now and again, not too many times though.
So I should affirm you more.
Of course, you know what I mean? I like affirmations. Who doesn't?
Alright.
Very insecure, guys. You say I'm decent looking. Every now and again.
No, babe, I always tell you you're handsome. I never say you look decent.
Okay. That too, you don't say much. But anyways, let's move on, my love. The last one. I'd like to think I'm a decent father as well.
Yeah. Okay, for me, the 3 things I like about you. Okay, you're a good dad, for sure. I give you 98%. Do you want to know why you're not getting the other 2%?
Sorry.
Because you're strict. Like, way too strict.
Says the person anyways.
Says the person?
Wait.
2, you're handsome. Like, yes, this is my husband or her. The 3rd thing is with age you become talkative, which is nice. Like, you know, always like in conversation. You make it a point, like, today let us talk, but today's every day. We talk every day. Sometimes I dodge and I just go sleep.
Which is every day. Nonsense. Anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 8. I don't know what happens to this thing. Okay. What's something not obviously sexual that turns you on about me?
Has to be your saint.
What's something you used to believe about relationships that you don't anymore?
I think all my beliefs are affirmed about relationships. I researched this domain very much before I entered it.
Bro, you entered it at 14.
I'm joking. Yeah, there wasn't much research back then. Yeah, it hasn't surprised me much, especially the marriage part of the relationship. Actually been very refreshing. It's, yeah, I always go back to what I think of relationship, or the analogy that I use for relationships, which is basically like it consists of 2 individuals who are true to themselves, and yeah, I always like them to like orbits, 2 atoms orbiting around each other.
Yes, we know the physics.
Yes, they orbiting around, they're true to themselves, but they create this energy that is way more powerful than the individual, like sum together. They create something more exponential. So yeah, I think that's true to us. We very different in various aspects, but I think we've created something that has created vibrations for other people too.
For me, I think I grew up in a home filled with women, and I think the one thing is I thought it was normal for like, if you're really happy in a relationship, you're really happy, but when things go bad, like, it's okay to like scream and shout and things like that. But I realized that you've got to almost create a formula for your own relationship and see what works. So for us, talking things through and being very calm is quite a key thing. Yes. I think that's the one thing I learned from my husband, is that you know, you've just got to approach a situation with the moya phansi, because at the end of the day, you're not trying to win an argument, you just wanting to get better in a relationship. So understanding time. If one doesn't like being late or you always late or whatever, it's not good if you're like, why are you late? It's just that, hey, I think we should try this. And so yeah, I've learned to just talk things through. When I'm irritated, just calm down, keep that to myself until I'm okay to actually speak and be like, hey, actually, dog, the other day, But yeah, and our last question, what's your favorite thing about our relationship, marriage?
A lot. Yeah, quite a lot. So try to be brief every time. So I like that we've done this thing young. That's refreshing in its own kind. And that was just born out of the fact that we both had goals that we knew that they were true and we stuck to them, and one of them was having a family and being together. And I hate making reference to society in order to gauge how good you are, but I'll do it anyways. I think we also defied the thinking or the myth that you actually have to first shop around and taste the oysters or whatever before you settle down. So this relationship is nothing about settling. There's a lot of growth. We have, and it's fun. I enjoy. Yeah, we enjoy a lot of things about. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's hard to say in words, but I think the fact that we've done it in youthfulness, the fact that we're parents, and the fact that it's about growth more than sacrifices and it's almost marriage, and sometimes it's always about, as I said, compromise, sacrifice, and those things are at times re-emphasized over and over again. Even in our lead up to a marriage, you're gonna sacrifice. Yeah, sure. But there's sometimes if you're just in unison, and back to your point, I think if every talk is born or dealt with or entered in with the true, with this underlining thing of we love each other, I think you always create a unified outcome. If the virtues and the character traits underlining every talk is one of truth, I think you come to a unified common ground, even if it's different points. But you come to a common ground. So yeah, thanks.
For me, so the question was, what are your favorite things about our relationship? Okay, so for me, many years ago when MCZ was still in varsity, I think this is after we had Sim, so around second, third year, we started talking about our dreams, and I think you gave me allowance to not be afraid to dream about our relationship or where it's going. There wasn't a fear of, there was a reassurance of it's okay to have dreams for this particular relationship, to want particular things for this relationship, to see it going somewhere. I think you gave me that window to dream, and when I see the things that I dreamed of and see the things that you were dreaming of at the time just coming to fruition now, it's oh shucks, manifestation.
Which is actually what we should be doing with everything. We do it with work. So you have goals, have dreams with work.
Yeah.
People really have goals and dreams about relationships. Well, they do, but I'm saying sometimes they're very vague and they're not.
Yeah, I think a lot of people operate from a place of fear. What if it doesn't work out? And here I am having said, I wish to give this guy 3 kids. I don't wish to give you 3 kids though. Right.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, there's just some relationship where it's you know, you're just figuring out. Like, pelo 5 years, you're still figuring things out, and there hasn't been anything substantial in the sense of setting timelines in a way. Because I feel for us there was some sort of timeline, right? Okay, for you it was like, okay, when I finish school, I'm gonna focus on my mom for like 2-3 years or whatever. Then we'll start the process of marriage. Then maybe we can have another baby, and so for those things to unfold that way, because you were free to plan it and dream about it, and also giving me the allowance to feel secure enough to dream about our relationship. So I think that's the one thing I enjoy, and you're gonna get your list of restaurants that I want to do.
Please do.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and maybe, just maybe, Mr. Ntlo over here will yeah, no, I don't know. We'll invite him. I'll think about it. But yeah, please do like and subscribe and share what you're doing for Valentine's Day, or what you're doing for the month of love. And yeah, please also follow me on Instagram. It's at Sindiswa _. Tell your friends to tell their friends to come onto this channel. Of course you follow me. Alright guys, cheerio. Thank you so much. Mwah.